Hello, friends. You're welcome back to the channel. It's a wonderful time again, and it's beautiful to have you around. Today, we're going to be continuing with our discourse on the central nervous system. And we've already done a video talking about the brain. You can check that video. Today, we're going to talk about the spinal cord. What is the spinal cord and what does it do, which is the second important component of the central nervous system. Now, what's the spinal cord? The spinal cord is a connection of tissues that runs from the base of the brain, where we call the medulla oblongata, all the way to the coccyx, the tailbone at the end of the spinal cord. That is where the length with the spinal cord runs. Now, the spinal cord is very important because it coordinates quite a number of activities that takes place within the human being. Now, the spinal cord is protected by the vertebral column. The vertebra is a part of the skeleton, and it protects the spinal cord. Now, the vertebral column is in different segments. You have the cervical column, you have the thoracic column, you have the sacral, the lumbar, and the coccyx. So all of these are important and they help to protect the spinal cord. Now, not only do these bones, the vertebrae, protect the spinal cord, we also have meninges, which are, tough matter that cover the spinal cord, and they help to give protection to the spinal cord. We also have cerebrospinal fluid, which is a fluid that is within the meninges and helps to give the spinal cord protection. Now, why is the spinal cord very important? The spinal cord is very important because it acts as a conduit. It acts as a connection between the brain and the peripheral nervous system. So we know that there are a lot of impulses that, flow through the human body at every given time. And in order to coordinate these impulses, the brain does most of the coordination. But the information from the brain goes into the spinal cord, and then from the spinal cord, it goes through the network of nerves and goes all the way to every single organ that is located within the body. And this makes the spinal cord really important in what it does. It's also important to note that the spinal cord has the gray matter inside it and then covered outside by the white matter. This is important for us to know. The spinal cord is really, really important in what it does in the human body. It also plays the role of coordination. It helps with balance and posture. It also helps with reflex action. All the actions that are reflex action, and they go through a pathway that we call the reflex arc, where if a person has to, remove his hand from hot water, move away from stimulus, and all these actions are involuntary. They happen even without we knowing. The spinal cord coordinates most of all these actions, and these are important functions of the spinal cord. It's also important to round this off by saying that damage or injury to the spinal cord can be very devastating because it would affect movement, it will affect motion, it would affect balance, it will affect posture. But it's also good to know that studies have shown that there's what we call neuroplasticity. So many spinal cord cells, even when there's an injury, there could be some kind of regeneration or even some kind of adaptation so that there can be little function there. But it is devastating and one must guard against such injuries. Thank you for listening to our short discourse on the spinal cord. Please remember to like our content, share our content, subscribe to our channels, and do have a blissful day.